Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to you. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1826. And we are on the first day of 2026 in the United States in the morning in California at this moment. I am sitting a little too close to the camera, so I'm going to scoot my chair back a little if I can. As you can tell, I've been up late. Oh my gosh, I don't usually stay up late, but I stayed up late for the camera for the television last night to watch the ball from Times Square. As usual, in my family, that's what we did ever since I was a little kid in 1974. Ever since 1974. It was 1973. Now it's 1974. It was 2025. And now it's 2026. So, morsels of a thought of wisdom are where I try to bring you thoughts of wisdom, morsels of a thought at a time. And we try to do the right thing because knowing the right thing to do is a form of wisdom, and then taking action to commit that to take that action is a form of virtue. It's magic. Action is magic according to some people, and action is, well, according to George J. Chanos, action is magic. I don't know if he's the first to say it, but he's definitely said it. And wisdom from other people, I am reading you from Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider this morning. Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider wrote all the rules, time-tested secrets for capturing the heart of Mr. Right. What we say through our books is as best we can say of our life experiences and of our wisdom. And doctors and lawyers and authors like Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider, they come up with things that we couldn't come up with in 1,000 lifetimes because there are thousands of authors out there who will give you pieces of wisdom that you have no idea you could have come across because you probably can't live 1,000 lives. You could live 1,000 possibilities of lives, but you can't actually live 1,000 lives because you're one person and you're probably one life, unless you're twins. Think about that one. Anyway, so let's see what these wise people have to say about dating and texting. The new secrets for dating. This is not your mother's rules. The new secrets for dating and text back times. Guess what? There are rules about that. Um, let's begin. This is on page 66 of this book, and you have to get this book just for this page alone if you have to. Not sure how soon or how long to wait for to answer a guy's subsequent texts? Look no further. Here's our chart for minimum response times by age with detailed explanations. Now, the first text, it says to wait 24 hours because we always try to wait 24 to 48 hours to answer a man's call. So texts are pretty much the same thing, except now with technology right in our hands, men know that our phones are right in our hands. So we can't very well say 48 hours to this text and 48 hours to that text without them thinking that we're weird or something. Age 18 to 22 years old. Minimum text back time is 30 minutes. If you really want to catch his attention, wait an hour. Why? Because if you're 18 to 22 years old and in a committed exclusive relationship, you should text back after 30 minutes, but you can text more regularly than with a guy you just met. But you still have to be somewhat mysterious and end it first. That's hard. The easiest way to do that is write just one text, right? Number ages 23 to 25 years old. 1 hour is the minimum text back time. You really want to catch his attention? Wait 2 hours. See if you go crazy with that. Women 23 to 25 years old are usually busy working and living in their own apartments. They have real things going on, like business meetings and a commute and rent and bills to deal with. So it would be completely realistic to take an hour to get back to a guy, and it wouldn't be so bad to make a guy wait 2 hours. Rules girls do not check their texts in the middle of a meeting with a client or while driving home from work. The first is not smart and the second is dangerous. A word about driving. I'm going to say that what I do is when I have friends that call me, I will put it on speaker and at most I will speak to them on speaker. But even then, I will cut it, I'll keep it short. I'll say, I am on a freeway or I am in busy traffic or something like that because distracted driving is never good. And when you are talking, unless you're driving through a country road where there's absolutely nothing, no animals, no nothing, no people, no cars, it's still pretty distracted driving. You have 100% of your attention, and if not 100% of it is spent on driving, some people are talking and they say, I'm spending 100% of my attention on driving. Well, how many percent are you spending on talking? Zero. Oh, that's why you sound so stupid, right? No. No, because you really only have 100% of you only have 100%. That's how many percent is. By definition, it's 100. Okay, I've said my say. Number ages 26 to 30 years old. Your minimum text back times are getting longer. 2 hours. We really want to catch his attention? Wait 3 hours. You don't have to double it, but wait 3 hours, and it'll be hard for you too, of course. Why? Women 26 to 30 years old are not only working and being social, but they have even more responsibilities than recent college graduates. Perhaps they have a secretary or supervise an assistant and have to do more important things like check their balances online or meet their quotas. They are also hopefully going to parties and clubs and on dates, so they can't text back all day long either. Now, we are reading from Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating by Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider, now with their daughters too. And that's that. And Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider are the New York Times best-selling authors of All the Rules, time-tested secrets for capturing the heart of Mr. Right, as well as, oh, I'm going to put in a little mention of a book yesterday that I didn't have on the shelf. Last year, in 2025, we also read Jen Duplessis's book. Jen Duplessis's book is America's Mortgage Mentor, How to Take Your Business to New Heights. We read this whole book, and I'm sorry I didn't mention it yesterday during New Year's Eve when I did my review, because it was sitting on the very top of the shelf, very top up there. So I'm sorry I missed it, Miss Duplessis, Lady Jen, and I just wanted to say that right in the middle of this episode here. So just to say, I didn't miss everything. Ay, ay, ay. I feel terrible. Actually, there are books that I have read prior to the ones that I read yesterday out loud, the ones that I named yesterday as well, such as Robert Cilley, Cilley, Could You But Find It? That was an interesting story. We read that, and we've read parts of other books too. and 31 and over. Back to the authors of Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating. We are reading Morsels of a Thought of Wisdom. The right thing to do is knowing the right thing to do is wisdom. Doing it is virtue. Now, the right thing to do, the reason it's the right thing to do to wait so much time before texting back is that you get the guy to feel like he gets to pursue you. Men like that. It's a biological difference between women and men. It's not like we like to let men pursue us. We're not trying to play a game. We're just trying to give them their fun that they like to have, that they think that, oh my God, she's hard to get. But once she's there, oh wow, she's an easy lady to be with. She's a good gal. That kind of thing. My age group says that. I don't know what I will say something else. When we say Lady Jen, we are addressing a lady or a madam, but madam. When we say madam, it means a lady. Uh, the young people now say, "Hey, lady," but I always thought that was in the past that used to be considered rude. It's a little bit like, oh, what's that other thing that used to be considered rude and now it's considered polite? Can't remember. Anyway, try to be polite. Okay, ages 31 and over. Now, 3 hours is the minimum text back time. You really want to catch his attention? Wait 4 hours. It won't be easy, I tell you. Hey, it's not easy to wait 3 minutes. God damn. Most women, body mouth, Mary here. Most women 31 years old and older want to get married. They have important jobs and other responsibilities and interests, such as mortgages, volunteer work, and nieces and nephews, and have no time to text back men who just want to text and not ask them out for Saturday night dates. If you're looking for a pen pal, a rules woman is not the person to ask. You see? So these are the text back times. Now, I will say that in my age group, which is 51 and over, and even getting to 60, um, 3 hours isn't quite the number that we are going for either. We go for 24 hours between each text, unless it's a text about a date. Unless it's can you meet Saturday night, we wait 24 hours. Unless it's can you meet X night, number 3 days from tonight, then we wait 24 hours, between 24 to 48 hours. I mean, it's over 24, but up to 28. So this is how rule number 6 works. I'll read the rest of the rule to you. Wait at least 4 hours to answer a guy's first text and a minimum of 30 minutes thereafter. Now, these are minutes that are for anything other than actual scheduling. So, for example, if I was really confused because I was going out on a date one time and this man hadn't actually cemented the plans and I said, "Oh my God, I'm supposed to wait how many hours?" And my roommate said, "You're doing something despite yourself. You're not doing you're doing something, you're undermining you're defeating your own purposes," she said to me, something like that. Anyway, now you are probably wondering how and when to respond to a guy who does text you first. By far the most frequently asked question we get from clients and readers is, "I just got a text from a guy I like. When do I write back and what do I say? Please get back to me ASAP." That's the kind of messages they got from people. So, indeed, not answering a guy's text at all, or taking too long to do so when the whole world is glued to their phones, will raise all kinds of red flags. Did she read the rules? Is she not interested? Or is she just pretending not to be interested? We want to avoid any such possible problems. Before The first book came out. The authors say no one questioned a woman when she took hours or even a day or two to call a guy back or even rarely returned his calls. But for the last 20 years or so, with the popularity of their book and its infiltration into the culture and lexicon, the rules has been mentioned on sitcoms, talk shows, and in magazines and newspapers. Guys sometimes get suspicious that you are playing a game if you don't contact them back in a reasonable amount of time. All the more reason we are saying not to ignore texts or wait days to text back. Don't be impossible to get. Don't give guys reasons to find you rude or difficult because before the first date. We have interviewed guys on this subject, and while most said that not hearing back from a woman for hours wouldn't stop them from asking her out, they felt that not hearing back at all would be irksome and a possible sign that she was not interested or was employing some dating strategy. As Oprah famously said on her show, guys like a rules girl. They just don't want it to be because she read a book. We don't want to teach women to insult men. So, this is from Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating. And Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider have really changed everything. Now, I'm going to go into the rules handbook for a moment because we're reading in on my Instagram channel. We are reading day 109, and I will go into where's the book? Where's the book? Where's the book? Okay, it's here, but it's not here. Where's the book? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I got the one that is autographed. Autographed. Yay. Okay, avoid telling him what to do. Ooh, you have the power to create a happy marriage. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go into the chapters that we have seen, and I'm going to read Effective Marriage Communication, which is in week 5 of page 288. Choose forgiveness over fighting. All committed relationships need the rules. I think we'll do that. We'll just read the pep talk to that. 268, 268, and we'll call it a day. 268, 268, 268. All committed relationships need the rules. Your Rules Weekly Pep Talk for that week is in Create Respectful Marriages and Partnerships. The rules not only work for dating, romantic partners, and husbands, but for various other committed relationships you have in your life. If you're the type of person who thinks she has the answers for everyone, if only so and so did this or so and so did that, everything would be wonderful. Remind yourself that you are not a relationship expert. This is when you need to pull back and realize that no one's asking for your advice. It sounds altruistic to want to save the world, but it can also be intrusive if no one is asking. This week, you would focus on waiting to be asked for help from everyone in every area of your life, including waiting for those on social media to contact you first. Remember, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. That's by Oliver Goldsmith in The Vicar of Wakefield in 1600 and something other. And it was prior to Napoleon Bonaparte saying it. The primrose path to hell is paved with good intentions. Remember that. Okay. So back to the authors, Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider, talking about how all committed relationships need the rules. Giving unsolicited advice can be misconstrued as meddling and also takes away precious time that could be spent on yourself. As spiritual leader Emmett Fox said, those who mind other people's business always neglect their own. What are you neglecting in your own life? Do that and leave everyone else alone. Okay. First, we will go into rules for friends. Even with the best of intentions, chances you will ruin a relationship if you give unsolicited advice. If you say to a girlfriend, "Hey, I've noticed you're always hooking up and getting hurt. Boy, do I have a book for you. She may not take it well. She should call you and ask you for help based on the way you date and live. When you call her, you could possibly catch her at a bad time and get a cold shoulder, like when you call a guy who is watching a ball game and he gets off the phone first. Ouch! Wait for women to ask for your advice like you wait for men to ask you out. Rules for buyer beware, people. You probably think that buyer beware only applies to men. Not so. Anyone, including family members, friends, and people you work with, can be buyer beware people if they are only or primarily interested in you in order to get something. Maybe they want to meet your cute brother. Social climb, someone famous or belong to a country club. Have you fix their computer, write their resume, or act like their therapist. It's not mutual. Their motives are not pure, and if you didn't help them with whatever, you wouldn't hear from them that much. Buyer beware. Next, love only those who love you and don't use you. Now, rules for coworkers. Do you feel your coworker is taking advantage of you? Your boss puts you on a project with her, but you're doing most of the work. She takes long lunches, and that annoys you because you eat a sandwich at your desk to get more work done. You want to have, quote, a few words with her, but you're stuck because your boss likes her. Do you have a history of watching what other people do and getting mad? Do we believe do your work and go home? Don't be a bean counter or a martyr, and don't care too much. Life is a long road. You never know who she'll help you out with when she'll help you out, or put in a good word, or just get another job. Rules for bosses. And I want to make sure this one fits. Okay. Sometimes clients ask the authors Ellen Fein and Sherry Schneider. Sometimes clients ask us how to deal with their disrespectful bosses. We tell them that while they can't make a mean boss nicer, their livelihood depends on making them happy. So try to be useful and stay out of his or her line of fire. One of our single clients is a ghostwriter for a wealthy publisher who swears a lot. She asked us what we thought of telling him to put $20 in a swear jar every time he cursed. We said no. You work for him. He doesn't work for you. Don't try to penalize him. Don't you need to pay your rent? Unfortunately, you will need to walk away or ignore the swear words until you find another job or contact HR. In the meantime, don't take his venom personally because it has nothing to do with you. Higher self. When she stopped caring and started looking for another job, his cursing no longer bothered her. Isn't that interesting? Now, there are rules for everyone, too. If you live your life each day from your higher self, you will get along with almost everyone. Be kind, thoughtful, and respectful. Treat others how you want to be treated, and others will mirror back to you how you are treating them. Don't take other people's emotions on, and don't react or give your power to someone else. So, giving your power over is a form of using no voice. In other words, your voice is your power. So what I got from uh, a a convention that I attended was that your power, your voice is your power. So if you're giving your power over to somebody else, like you're letting them speak instead of you speaking, well, you're giving them your power. So speak for yourself, use your voice, and be in your higher self, as the authors say. Okay? Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. This is this year. Old Candor Hook. Bye.